Racing with Sonic over the years has gone from racing on 2 feet to racing in 4 wheels, and I'm not entirely too sure why a speedy hedgehog needs a car, but Team Sonic Racing makes it work. It's the latest arcade-style racer from Sega and Sumo Digital featuring Sonic and friends that's actually surprisingly incredibly fun. What is up, my friends? It's Ray back here, and this video is actually kind of a monumental moment for me and my channel because I actually get to put product provided by Sega. This is the first time I'm ever getting to do that in a video. Sega actually sent me over this copy of Team Sonic Racing for the Switch to try out, so I do have to give them a big thank you for making this video possible. And without further ado, let's put that pedal to the metal. Okay, so before we dive in deep here, I just want to say that I've always been a huge Sonic fan. Most of you guys know that already, but no matter where the series has drifted off to over the years, the one thing I do have to say that remains consistently top-notch are the soundtracks. I have to give major props to the sound designers and the audio teams because they always nail the heart-throbbing, fast-paced action of Sonic. And as expected, Team Sonic Racing is no exception. The OST in this game is phenomenal. Pair those epic rock and roll riffs with some intense visuals and you have a recipe for something special. As you're seeing, the gameplay in Team Sonic Racing is intense. It's fast-paced, sometimes nauseating, but it is intense and overall handles like a champ. I've always considered Sonic Racing games like these to be underrated. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing and Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform, they were hidden gems that I feel were often overlooked. And to no surprise, there's a lot to like here in this latest installment. Team Sonic Racing is a high-quality Sonic game, and that alone is something worth celebrating. The controls are tight, the drifting mechanics are incredible, and for what it is, I feel like the game has it together. The one downside is that the Switch version of the game actually runs at 30 frames per second rather than 60 frames per second. Had we gotten that 60 frames per second goodness, the heart-throbbing action would be even more intense and even more silky smooth, but unfortunately without it, it does kind of feel unpolished compared to other racing games, especially if you're used to playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That game runs at 60 frames per second docked or undocked, so, you know, this is an awesome kart racer that is very much playable, don't get me wrong, but it sadly does suffer from a few visual flaws that do hold it back from truly being perfect. Unlike Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing and Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform that came before it, Team Sonic Racing tries something new. In fact, it's actually kind of like Sonic Heroes in a way. The main new theme this time around is teamwork. Although you can race alone if you so choose, the main focus here is teams of 3 racers working together to win a race. The closer you get to first, the more points you rack up for your team. In theory, you could actually rock the race by winning in first place and still lose the game if your teammates don't do too hot. It's an interesting twist for kart racing games. There's also numerous assist features to help out troubled team members. If someone is behind you, they can actually ride on your trail to pick up speed, you can send them an item box, and eventually you can activate your team ultimate power to gain super speed and invulnerability. I actually really like how the teamwork mechanics work. It's a fresh concept that spices things up and sets Team Sonic Racing apart from other kart racers. Most of my time with the game, however, was spent playing Team Adventure Mode, which is basically the equivalent of story mode. Here, Sonic and friends are invited to take part in a series of races by the mysterious Don Don Pa. Some of these levels, guys, can be extremely tough, especially if you try to platinum complete them and collect all the stars and all the keys. Seriously, this can be insanely frustrating. I can't tell you guys how many times I rage quit this game just trying to be a perfectionist and completing everything 100%. As you progress through the story though, you actually earn tokens that allow you to pick up new car parts, horns, paint jobs, and just a whole bunch of other things for your vehicles. It's overall a fun experience, but I think adding in animated cutscenes or something like that, like other Sonic games, would add a little more jazz and a little more engagement to the story. But for what it is, you know, it's a racing game, it does work quite well. I do have to tell you guys though, an area where Team Sonic Racing truly shines is in its online play. You can face off against friends or random players from around the world in a variety of different types of matches. It's pretty sweet. I haven't experienced any lag or had any issues trying to find a match, so it seems to be a pretty active community, which is always a great thing. To wrap things up, Team Sonic Racing is an incredibly fun kart racer packed with a ton of content. It's a game that will no doubt satisfy your need for speed and offer some fun for those burnt out from Mario Kart. It doesn't quite beat out Mario Kart, but I don't think it's aiming to be Mario Kart. Team Sonic Racing is something different. It's something in itself, and for what it is, it's an awesome kart racer that runs smoothly, handles nicely, and offers you a ton of content. If you like Sonic, or more importantly like racing games, this is one you should definitely check out. So with that being said, let me know in the comments box down below what you think of Team Sonic Racing. Does this look like a game you would play? Is it something you already have? Do you play it like religiously? Do you have a favorite team? I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments box down below. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button because it always helps out the channel. And until the next video, I'll catch you guys later. Get out there, have some fun, and stay safe, and, you know, enjoy summer. Peace!